There's an additional issue with pornography, which is not often discussed, which is that, remember, guys in particular, the brain is a learning prediction machine. And if, I'm not trying to say that all pornography is bad, but there are good data to support the idea that if your brain learns to be aroused by watching other people have sex, it is not necessarily going to carry over to the ability to get aroused when you're one-on-one with somebody else, right? Especially young kids who are consuming a lot of pornography, the brain is learning sexual arousal to other people having sex.
So you're going to program yourself into being a voyeur?
Or just create challenges in sexual interactions with peers, with a real partner. Right?
Mary Harrington has the 3 laws of pornodynamics, and the second law of pornodynamics is the law of FAP entropy, and it says that whatever you start out wanking to will get progressively more intense over time. And I think that this is sort of speaking to that ever sort of escalating amount of the wildness that you need to watch in order to get an ever decreasing stimulus that comes back.
Yeah, and here I'm approaching this only through the lens of biology, right? I'm not a psychologist, and I'm certainly not political in any way. At least not. I have ideas about politics, but I just don't discuss them publicly. But the idea here is that I'm not saying pornography as a stimulus is bad or good. What I'm saying is it, in its availability and its extreme forms, it's a very potent stimulus.
Correct.
And very potent stimuli of any kind, extremely palatable food, extreme pornography, extreme experiences like bungee cord jumping, those set a threshold for dopamine release. And Anna will tell you that, and I'm sure she did, that the higher the dopamine peak, the bigger the drop afterwards. And it's not that you drop to baseline, you drop below baseline.
Yeah.
So again, it's not these things.
Man, I think this guy's name is Andrew. I came across his channel last night, and I make sure I save this video because this video really needs to be talked about. Fellas, you gotta stop beating your meat so much, especially if you're a young nigga. Like if you young, you like 15, 16, damn near 15 all the way through 18, bro. You gotta stop beating your meat, bro. Stop beating your meat so much, man. Because one thing, this is facts. Porn is not real. It's a fake fantasy. The angles, the scenes, just everything in general that makes you want to think that this shit is good is fake. This shit fake. This shit is fake, bro. And like he said, you are getting aroused by watching another man and another woman have sexual intercourse. Just saying that shit make me feel funny, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? So, with that being said, bro, you have to learn how to distinguish real from fake, real life from movies. You feel me? It's the same thing. Look at the angles when you really watch porn. You know what I'm saying? Nigga feel weird even saying that shit. When you watch that shit, bro, look at the angles. And then if you really had sexual intercourse, if you've had sex before, if you really busted some cheeks, you don't see the shit that you seeing in the fucking videos. Now, you might see it, but it's in a different angle. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's in a different angle, a different setting. It's more here. It's more eye contact. You not getting that view where she riding that motherfucking meat and then the cameraman is right underneath that nigga nuts. And you seeing that. You not gonna see that if she riding you, bro. Nigga, you can't see her ass. You can't see it. You can't see it, bro. Hey, if none of y'all then busting some cheeks, man, I'm telling you right now, if she riding you, bro, you not seeing no ass, bro, unless she flip, you know what I'm saying? She reverse on your ass, but that's the only way, fam. But 9 times out of 10, they don't like doing that shit. They want to look at you. So, with that being said, you have to be careful on the type of content that you intake. It's almost like watching some fucking bullshit. If you watch bullshit every day, if you watch negative shit, if you watch shit that'll waste your time every day, how do you think you're going to perform day to day if you keep consuming bullshit, if you keep consuming propaganda and shit that does not pertain to your life? It's the same shit. It's the same thing, my nigga. So, I'm not saying you can't watch it, but don't make that shit a habit. Like, oh, Monday, Tuesday, Monday, Thursday, and Fridays, I'm gonna beat my meat. Nigga, what? No, bro. No. Go get some pussy. Let's be real.
Aren't good or bad. They just have to be controlled in a way, because when people are pursuing dopamine peaks over and over and over and they aren't getting them, typically it's because they've been pursuing that activity far too often.
And we're saying perhaps take a break from that, and there may be an ability for yourself, your system to reset.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, in theory, all the things that we're talking about with pornography could be superimposed onto food, or could be superimposed onto real sex, right? That one also has to be cautious there, right? But the cycling back and forth between dopamine and low dopamine states, dopamine fasting as it were, but maybe just low dopamine states, these are natural rhythms that existed in the nervous system. We have to remember what the dopaminergic system is there for. I'll say it again, I wasn't consulted at the design phase, but we know as a generic form of motivation and pursuit, you can imagine the human or the animal that's hungry or thirsty. It needs energy to go pursue the thing. So the idea that you have to eat in order to get energy, that's true, but you need energy in order to get the thing to eat. So our nervous system has energy also, that's dopamine and epinephrine. Yes, we use glucose and glycogen, et cetera, when we're pursuing things, but the idea here is you're pursuing something, and then either by smell or by sight, you think you're on the right track. So you go down that track, and then, there it is. You get some berries, or you get, let's get prehistoric about this, or you get to kill the prey and eat it, and then it gives you energy to continue this pursuit or to reproduce. I mean, there's a reason why humans and other animals seek out reproduction, is that every species, but certainly humans, have two innate desires built into them. Whether or not they decide to actualize this or not is the desire to protect young and make more of its own species. Every successful species does that. Even if people don't have children, in general, people care about children because of what they represent. Very few people dislike children. I mean, there are a few mutants out there that dislike children, but you always worry about those kinds of people.
What's happening, people? If you enjoy...
Man. So, I know that nigga kind of ventured off on a fucking technical aspect of the shit, which I'm not sure if y'all got it. I kind of got it, but that nigga went way too deep on the shit, you know what I'm saying? We talk about porn, this nigga went back to BC 10,000 type shit, you know what I'm saying? Apes, cavemen, you know what I'm saying? But the point of this video is, when you are trying to catch the nuts, you feel me? You at work thinking about, damn, I can't wait to go beat my meat. Think about that shit, bro. You can't wait to go home and beat your meat and watch another man and another girl have intercourse. That shit's crazy. Now I ain't saying a nigga ain't watched this shit before, because I have. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't saying I'm fiending for this shit. I ain't fiending for this shit, bro. Sorry about that, y'all. I ain't fiending for this shit, bro. Some of y'all fiending for this shit. And the problem is, when you keep fucking beating your meat over and over and over and watching the scenes, typically when you watch one scene, you need another scene that's better than the other scene in order to catch that dopamine, in order to catch that feeling. So now you went from fucking porn to fucking gangbangs to motherfucking orgies to motherfucking just crazy shit, like just off the top. And in order to replicate that in real life, it's going to be impossible. Therefore, that's how you end up with erectile dysfunction, low self-esteem, depression, anxiety, low energy, just a whole bunch of bullshit. Because usually after you didn't beat your meat, what do you feel after you beat your meat? Do you feel energized? No, you don't. You probably feel sleepy. You probably feel tired. Some of you probably feel like, damn, why the fuck did I just beat my meat? And you feel bad about yourself because you just watched another fucking nigga with his digging stick digging in somebody else. Like, the fuck? You feel me? These are all these types of emotions that you're going to go through, and they're all negative emotions. Because I'm pretty sure if you didn't beat the girl down, you know what I'm saying, you didn't bust her guts in, a physical woman, you don't feel bad after that. You know what I'm saying? Now, if you didn't hit her raw, you didn't nut in her, and then, you know what I'm saying, you don't like her, and now you got a baby coming, now you gonna be fucked up. But with that being said, it's a big difference. You know what I'm saying? It's a big difference. And like he said, all it takes is one scene, and then you need more, and then you need more, and then you need more. And then you get so used to get so adjusted to watching other people have sex. You don't even know how to have sex yourself. You ain't know how to please a woman. You don't know what to do. You thinking this shit. You thinking that the porn is translates to real life, but it doesn't. You know, it really doesn't. You got foreplay in real life. You got fuck ups where she might have did something and you might have fucked up the stroke and now y'all laughing. It's real shit that goes on. You know what I'm saying? But just make sure y'all watch that shit in moderation. Don't let that shit control your life, man. And then go a couple of days without busting a nut, man. Have some self-respect with you, and I promise you got more energy. You're gonna have more motivation, and you're gonna feel so much better, man. Hey, boy, it's your boy, the Real RX. I'm out. Y'all stay tuned.